Hi, in this video I will demonstrate how to construct a cumulative frequency distribution. Keep in mind that this type of distribution is derivative from a grouped frequency distribution. So the first step is we construct two columns with the headings less than and cumulative frequency. In this first column, we list all the class boundary limits. What I like to do is I like to list all the lower class boundary limits, and I include the largest class boundary limit. So we go from 17.5 to 66.5. All of these other values here are repetitive, thus we don't have to include them. So remember, just list all the lower class boundary limits along with the highest class boundary limit. And so those are going to be the values for the first column. Now the cumulative frequencies, it's the sum of all the frequencies that precede this limit. So if we want to construct these values, keep in mind that the 10 falls between these two limits. Our first value has to be a value that precedes 17.5. Well, there are no values that precede it, and this will be true for all cumulative frequency distributions. So we always begin with 0. So for every cumulative frequency distribution, the first value is 0, because there is no value that will precede this first limit. We go to the next value, 24.5. The only value that precedes it is 10. So that would be the second value. Then for 31.5, there's two values that precede it, 10 and 13. We add them together. 10 plus 13 is 23. For 38.5, which is this value here, we have three values that precede it, 10, 13, and 7. If we add them together, that's going to give us 30. For 45.5, there's four values that precede it. So 30 plus 3 is 33. So remember, for 52.5, since 0 is a frequency, if we add 0 to the previous sum, it's still 33. And that's true for the next limit, which is also 0. So if we add 0 to this entire sum, it's still 33. And then finally, the last step is to find the sum of the entire column, and that will give us 36. And so that is how we would build a cumulative frequency distribution. Thanks for watching the video.